Good evening. Welcome to the Braxton County Board of Education's special meeting of April 24th, 2025, following personnel hearings. I will call this meeting to order, and please join us with the Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Moving next to the personnel and discussion and possible action on the 25-26 staff realignment plan, which is reduction in force plan and transfers.
Yes, present the list of names.
You want me to read it?
Yes.
Okay, if you don't mind.
Sure.
Eliminate one itinerant special education position. Terminate the contract of Tiffany Adams and place her on preferred recall. Eliminate 2 pre-K family service providers. Transfer Jessica Porto to first grade Flatwoods Elementary. Terminate contract of Lisa Legg and place her on preferred recall. Eliminate the pre-K coordinator. Transfer Leah Meadows to PE planning teacher at Little Birch Elementary. For service, eliminate itinerant custodian and place Mary Dennison on transfer. And this is from the central office / itinerant. Burnsville Elementary professional, terminate the contract of Shane Motes and place him preferred recalls. For service, eliminate kindergarten ECAT, reassign April Garrett to pre-K at Burnsville Elementary School, place Addie Facemeyer on transfer. Eliminate pre-K ECAT, place Shayna Shaver on transfer. Permission to post and hire 1 elementary ECAT. Davis Elementary School, eliminate 1 pre-K classroom teacher, terminate the contract of Rebecca Oates and place her on preferred recall. Eliminate 1 special education position, transfer Caroline Tennell to PE planning at Sutton Elementary School. Eliminate vacant Title I position. For the service, eliminate 1 pre-K ECAT, place Sherry Wayne on transfer. Permission to post and hire 1 elementary ECAT. For Flatwoods Elementary, terminate the contract of Flo Frame and place her on preferred recall. For service, place Christina McCourt on transfer. Eliminate vacant kindergarten ECAT. Eliminate special education assistant teacher. Terminate the contract of Andrea McCourt and place her on preferred recall. Terminate the contract of Misty Williams and place her on preferred recall. Permission to post and hire 1 elementary ECAT. For Frametown Elementary, eliminate Title I position, transfer Melissa Dittman to first grade at Frametown Elementary School, transfer to Addison Wood to 5th grade at Burnsville Elementary School. For service, eliminate kindergarten ECAT, terminate the contract of Cindy Stewart and place her on preferred recall. Terminate the contract of Misty Jackson and place her on preferred recall. Permission to post and hire elementary ECAT. For Little Birch, eliminate the Title I position, transfer Pam Duffield to 3rd grade at Little Birch Elementary, transfer Tracy Carter to 4th grade at Sutton Elementary. Terminate the contract of Kristen Anderson and place on preferred recall. For service, eliminate kindergarten ECAT, reassign Michelle Jackson to elementary ECAT at Little Birch Elementary. Place Nicole Brooks on transfer. Sutton Elementary School, eliminate vacant overflow position, eliminate special education self-contained position, terminate the contract of Preston Hamrick, eliminate vacant pre-K classroom teacher position, terminate the contract of Emily White and place her on preferred recall. Terminate the contract of Cassidy Dobbins and place her on preferred recall. For service, eliminate the pre-K ECAT, reassign Sheffy Jagielowski to grade level ECAT at Sutton Elementary. Place Morgan Shingler on transfer. Eliminate 1 itinerant transportation, instructional, supervisory, special education aid position. Terminate the contract of Chesney Brown and place her on preferred recall. Permission to post and hire an elementary ECAT. For Braxton County Middle School Service, terminate the contract of Flonda Shaver and place her on preferred recall. Terminate the contract of Robert Moffett, place him on preferred recall. Braxton County High School, eliminate vacant assistant principal position, eliminate vacant CTE, grow your own human services, eliminate 2 vacant math science positions. Service, terminate the contract of Brianne Valtrip and place her on preferred recall. Eliminate 1 supervisory instructional transportation aide, a permission to post and hire autism mentor, supervisory instructional transportation aide. For transportation, eliminate the bus route vacated by Nathan Putnam. Eliminate the bus route currently operated by Matt Pitcock and place him on transfer. Terminate the contract of Chris Riston and place him on preferred recall.
You've heard the recommendation for the staff realignment plan for the 25-26 school year. Entertain a motion.
I move that the 25-26 staff realignment be approved.
I'll second that motion.
Been moved and seconded that the 25-26 staff realignment plan be approved as recommended. Any discussion on the motion? No discussion on the motion. Those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed, motion carries. Moving next to the discussion and possible action of Dr. Tetrick's recommendation for probationary and continuing contract renewals for the 25-26 school year.
The following service personnel were employed for less than 133 days for the 24-25 school term. They are being recommended to have their contract updated for the 25-26 school term to a first probationary contract. Andrew Green. B, the following service personnel are being recommended to have their first contract updated for the 25-26 school term to approved second probationary contract. Lisa Chenoweth, Kimberly Heater, Leanna Blankenship, Alicia White, Tiffany McCumbers, Heather Frame, Holly Poling, Timber Thieves, Morgan Shingler, Teresa Brown, Cassie Bailey, Cheryl Wayne, Christina McCourt, Terry Green. C, the following service personnel are being recommended to have their second contract updated for the 25-26 school term to a third probationary contract. Rodney Gillespie, Zendria Butcher, Nicole Brooks, Kevin Armentrout. D, the following service personnel are being recommended to have their third contract updated for the 25-26 school term to a continuing contract. Robert Mitchell, Chelsea Hosey, Sherry Motes, Emily Oates, Addie Facemeyer, and Stephen Brown. And that is probationary service personnel renewals. I also have probationary personnel renewals for professional that were employed for less than 33 days for the 24-25 school term. They are being recommended to have their contract updated for the 25-26 school term to a first probationary contract, provided that all certification requirements have been met. Jeremy Cantrell, Juliana Rexroad, and Jamie L. Ransbottom. B, the following professional personnel are being recommended to have their contract updated for the 25-26 school term to a second probationary contract, provided that all certification requirements have been met. Chloe Walker, Caroline Tennell, Erica Whitney, Shirley McCourt, Erica Samples, Charles Murphy, William Lyons, Andrew Wood, Kelly Gross, Catherine Singleton, and Alyssa Hamilton. C, the following professional personnel are being recommended to have their contract updated for the 25-26 school term to a third probationary contract, provided that all certification requirements have been met. Addison Woods, Sarah Moore, Wesley Spencer, Clifton Long, Ashley Gibbon, Tyler Cunningham, Andrew Shingler, Barry Schamberg, Tracy Carr, Jessica Smart, and Jessica Porto. D, the following professional personnel are being recommended to have their contract updated for the 25-26 school term to a continuing contract, provided that all certification requirements have been met. Carrie Lemon, John McElwain, Zachary Zeriax, April Boyce Ramsey, Sharon Helmick, Lindsay Morris, Aaron Chenoweth, Chance McDaggart, Cody Dobbins, and Nathaniel Perry.
Thank you. So you've heard the recommendation from Superintendent Tetrick for service and professional probationary and continuing contract renewals for 25-26.
I'll move that we accept the recommendation for the probationary and continuing contract renewals for service personnel and professional personnel as presented.
I'll second that motion.
Been moved and seconded to approve the superintendent's recommendation for probationary and continuing contract renewals for service and professional personnel. Any discussion on the motion? No discussion, those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries. We move next to personnel matters, there is updated personnel and, recommending an executive session for the updated personnel list under 6(9)A, 4B, 2A.
I move we go into executive session under 6-9A
B, 2A.
4B2A.
I'll second it.
Moved and seconded to enter into an executive session under authorization code 6(9)A, 4B, 2A to discuss personnel. Those in favor of the motion signify by saying aye. Those opposed, motion carries. And it is 7:54 PM, entering into executive session. Okay. Braxton County Board of Education is back in regular session after an executive session. It is 8:18 p.m. and we'll move into the personnel matters which we went into an executive session to discuss. So we have Carol Young resigning her position as special education teacher for the alternative education placement. Also, we have the employment of Forrest Taylor, special education teacher, Braxton County Middle School. We have service recommendations, resignation from Nathan Putnam, resigning as bus operator for bus 37A. We have employment of Nicole Gerald, substitute cook, all locations. Iris Fowler, long-term substitute bus operator, 37A. Jeff Skidmore, long-term bus operator, bus 38A. And I think that's all of the personnel recommendations this time around.
Employee leave request.
Oh, yeah, thank you for, I think that was attached. Addie Facemeyer seeks to be absent from her position as ECAT aide at Burnsville Elementary for the school year, for the remainder of the school year using FMLA. So you have those recommendations, I'll entertain a motion.
I move that the updated professional recommendations and service recommendations as well as employee leave request be approved.
I'll second it.
And moved and seconded to approve the personnel recommendations as recommended, both service and professional, along with the resignations. Any discussion on the motion? No discussion. Those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries. And superintendent updates, we have none, correct?
No, okay.
And we'll move next to board member remarks, starting with Lisa. Or would you rather me start?
You can start at the other end, that's totally fine. Totally fine.
All right, Dr. Seal.
I'm just grateful that the employee transfer RIF season has come to an end.
Yes. Okay, Larry?
Yeah, I say amen to that. I'm sure that Donna and Melissa are glad for it too, because it puts tremendous amount of pressure on them. Glad Donna's not gonna have to go to the hospital tonight like she did last year. I thought we were gonna lose our illustrious
Well, the night's not over yet.
But, yeah, I think my blood pressure is higher than hers tonight. We'll just leave it at that.
Okay, Lisa.
I'm just gonna ditto what they say, that's what they usually get to do. There, yeah, I'm glad that we're finished, all of that's taken care of, stressful time.
Yes, and I want to thank everybody for your hard work during this transfer RIF season. It's very emotionally draining and certainly takes its toll when we have to follow the state law on RIFs and transfers, and we have a certain amount of time to do it in, but I'm confident that that this administration will work through the RIF and transfer situations that some of our employees find themselves in, and that everything will turn out okay. So with that being said, I will declare this meeting adjourned. And it is, my watch died,
8:22.
8:22. Thank you.